I greet you with the news that West Indies wrapped up the South African tale very quickly this morning for the addition of only 13 more runs. And after 2.2 overs in their reply, or 5 without loss, Kraigg Brathwaite is on 4 and Mikyle is on 1. So South Africa resuming on 3:44 for 8. The first to go this morning was Rabada, caught by Joshua da Silva off the bowling of Jomel Warrican. And then Lungi Ngidi was bowled by Seals for naught as Louis defends that delivery from Rabada down the onside and there is no run. Bowling for the West Indies, Jomel Warrican was the pick of the bowlers. 22 overs, 2 maiden, 4 for 69. He was supported by Seals, who bowled 24.4 overs, 5 maidens, 3 for 67. Kemar Roach also got 2 wickets, 2 for 53 from his 20 overs. Jason Older got 1 for 39 as Rabada bowls to Louis and he's solid onto the front foot, plays it out into the offside, and there is no run. So Jason Older got 1 for 39 from his 17 overs. He bowled 7 maidens, and those were the West Indies wicket takers. Gudakesh Motie went wicketless from his 28 overs, conceding 103 runs. So South Africa were bowled out for 357. Warrican getting most wicket. Earlier yesterday, Bavuma, Rabada over the wicket, bowled to Louis, and he's solid in defense, turn it to the man at mid-on, and there is no run. So, after 3 overs, West Indies in their reply are 5 without loss. As I said yesterday, Temba Bavuma top score for South Africa with 86 before going leg before to Jayden Seals for 86. He was supported by the Zorzi, who made 78, caught by Hodge at first slip. He went to reverse sweep one and got the back of the bat and it lobbed to Hodge at first slip. And so he went for 78. Throughout the South African innings, there were 4 partnerships of 50 or more, 52, 51, and 157, but none really kicked on. There were also 2 43-run partnerships. But 357 is a good total in any form of cricket, and West Indies will need to bat properly today into tomorrow to try and overall that total. If they do so, more than likely it will be a 1 innings affair, and it really will depend on how well South Africa bat in their second innings. Ngidi comes in bold to Brathwaite outside the off stump. He leaves it alone. It goes through to the keeper. The score remains at 5 without loss. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining the Caribbean #1 cricket only show. Welcome. I appreciate your company. It's been a lovely morning in Jamaica, and I hope that it is set fair in Trinidad for the rest of the day. So Brathwaite is on 4, Louis is on 1. So Ngidi it is that will be coming in now to Brathwaite. He's up and bowled to Brathwaite, and Brathwaite just play that one at the top of the bounce into the offside, and there is no run. So there's 3 slips for Brathwaite and a gully. There's a man on the backward square leg boundary. He's not at fine leg. He's not at 45 either. He's really more round to backward square leg than 45 or at long leg. I can tell you those 4, 3 slips, and then that man on the backward square leg boundary. Or you could say a very square long leg. So Brathwaite Seckers. He's on 4. It's not quite comfortable here. 3 slips and a goalie go down as Ngidi goes to Brathwaite, and he's on his front foot, plays this to the man at short extra cover who field, and there is no run. So there are 3 slips, a gully, A short extra cover. I'm assuming there's a backward point. It's the start of the innings, brand new ball. You'd expect there to be a backward point. So 3 sips a gully, a backward point, an extra cover, and a man on the long leg boundary, and there should be a mid-on. Welcome, as I said, everyone. Please remember to smash a like on the video, share the video, and click on that subscribe button. Ngidi in his second over, he has bowled 3 deliveries thus far. Comes in, 3 sips and a gully goes down. As Ngidi bowls to Brathwaite, he leaves that one outside the half stump. It goes through to the keeper, and there is no run. So very partially, just one spectator I am seeing in that stance. Hopefully there are some more in the other stands. But this is a batting day for the West Indies. We really hope that they bat right through the day. We are looking forward to that. And so we can set up a nice, good reply for the team, you know. And so the West Indies people will be very proud. Indeed, over the wicket, bowls to Brathwaite. He's on his front foot and he plays it out to the man at backward point, as I had suspected. That's the end of the 4th over at the 1 to come. I thought that was the end of the over. 5 without loss. It seems like one more delivery to come. I thought that was the end of the over, or was there no ball? So we are in the 3rd day. This is the first session of this first test match between the West Indies. The 3rd day, the first session. So yes, I can give you a better understanding of the field now. 3 sips of gully, backward point cover, mid-on, mid-wicket, and that man on the backward square leg boundary. And give it to Brathwaite. He allows it to go through outside the half stump, and there is no run. At the end of the over now, West Indies replying to 357 made by South Africa, are 5 without loss. Good morning, Merrick. Happy to see you, man. Good morning to you. Keith Aaron. Good morning, Carlton. I am listening, viewing as usual. Thank you for being here, Keith Aaron. It's always a pleasure having you here. It's a pleasure having all of you here. Without you, this would not have been possible. So I really welcome all of you. I know that 99% of you support the channel, are here for good reasons, but there's probably another 1% who are the distractors. But I welcome all 100%, because without the distractors, I will not be able to grow. And growing for me is very important. So there's a 3rd man from Mikyle. Is that a 3rd man, or is that a fielder moving around? So the field from Mikyle is 3 slips on a gully, a backward point, comes in bowl to Mikyle down the leg side. He turns it down to fine leg, down back with a square leg. The fielder dropped in. Let's watch the signal from the umpire. Did he get back onto it? I'm not seeing the signal from the umpire. So once again, poor broadcasting. It seems to be leg by. If the umpire is going to make a signal, the producer must, the camera that is for the umpire, he must select that camera. So that was poor from the producer. It's not a leg by though. The total goes up by 1, and there was none added to engage the score. To Mikyle score, as Rabada comes in bowl to Brathwaite, who defends down the pitch. The bowler field in his follow through. The score remains 6 without loss in over number 5. So there are 3 slips and a gully. Backward point. Is there a gully or is there a 3rd man? It's really interesting. So there are 3 slips. A backward comes in bowl to Brathwaite, short delivery, ducks under it and allows it to go through to the keeper, and there is no run. So let me give you the field. Those of us who are listening and not watching, I can tell you the field. There's 3 slips, there's a gully, there's a backward point, there's a short extra cover, there's a mid-on, there's a forward short leg, and then there's a man on the backward square leg boundary. So that's the field for Rabada bowling to the West Indies captain Brathwaite. He comes in now as the slips goes down, bowl to Brathwaite, and Brathwaite plays this out into the offside. Rabada moves smartly to his left, but cannot prevent the single, and the score moves up to 7 without loss. Brathwaite moves up to 5. Mikyle, who's on 1, come back into strike. It's very... So he's now joined by a second spectator. So we can say there's a 100% increase in the number of spectators that are at the match. So Mikyle comes into face, comes in now, over the wicket, bowls to Mikyle, and that's a sharp rising delivery, which he rides well and plays it down in front of him, and there is no run. So Rabada there just banging that one hard back of the length, getting some steep bunks there, and Mikyle played it well. He rolled it well and dropped it right in front of him. The score remains 7 without loss in over number 5. 1 to come in over number 5. As Rabada comes in now to Louis over the wicket. 3 sips on a gully. Bowl to Louis, and Louis play this one into the onside through mid-wicket. They will get a single here. It looks to have come off the inner portion of the bat. Nonetheless, it's a single, and the score moves up to 8. At the end of over number 5, Kraigg Brathwaite is on 5, and Mikyle is on 2. I am not impressed by Motie. He's no Ishan Ali, nor Jack Noriega. Hence, I suggested Shamar Joseph should have played. And John Douglas, thank you, Keith Aaron. Thanks for making this morning's session since we are unable to see the game. John Douglas, it's my absolute pleasure, John Douglas. You know, to be fair, I want to thank Mrs. Brown for allowing me to be here this morning, because she and I had an engagement this morning. I should have taken her somewhere. Over the wicket to bowl to Louis, and Louis allows it to go through outside the off stump. So I had planned to take her somewhere. You know, it's sort of my duty to do those type of things. And then this morning I asked her if she would be able to go alone, and she kindly consented. She has not yet leave, you know, but she has kindly consented that she will drive herself. So I'm happy that she allows me to be here. I'm really happy, and I want to thank her very much. Thank her very much. As Ngidi comes in, bowl to Louis, and Louis allows that to go through outside the off stump, and there is no run. So Keith Aaron is giving us an update. He's saying that there's intermittent showers in East Trinidad. Clouds normally transverse to the west where the oval is located in Port of Spain. So let's hope it stay away. Thank you for that update, Keith Aaron. Let's hope that the rain does stay away today. You know, so is there something with Ngidi hands? Because that was very, very far from the off stump. It was a good leave by Louis. Ngidi comes in. Over the wicket, bowl to Louis, and Louis allows it to go through outside the off stump, and there is no run. The score remains at 8 without loss. Brathwaite is on 5. Mikyle is on 2. 3 deliveries have been bowled in the 6th over. And congratulations again to Warrican, who got 4 for 67 in the match. So well done, Warrican. 3 for 69 by Jayden Seals, who was our leading wicket taker in England. So he continues to pick up wicket. This is lovely. Kemar Roach, the veteran, got 2 for 50 also. So it was good bowling. Rabada bowls to Louis on his pad, whip this away. Through square leg. It's going to run very close to the boundary. The man is circling from backward square leg, but he cannot get there. It goes into the boundary now for 4. Louis moves up to 6. So pitched up on his pad, and Louis just whipped it away through square leg, down to the backwards, down to the boundary for 4. Nice looking shot there. Ngidi pitching up, and he whipped it away forward of square, down to the boundary for 4. He moves up to 6. West Indies move up to 12 without loss. 2 deliveries to come in over number 6. It has been bowled by Ngidi. Brathwaite is on 5. Louis is on 4. Envoy saying, good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. It's nice that you are here, Envoy, joining us from South Africa. So there's some adjustment being made in the field now. So there's 3 slips, but the gully has been placed at a short mid-wicket, at a short mid-wicket. So there's a short mid-wicket and there's a man to the right of the square leg umpire. So you could call him square leg, but he's to the right of the umpire. And give the balls to Louis forward. Confident defensive stroke, plays it back down the offside of the pitch. And there is no run. So there's 3 slip, a backward point, a short cover or short extra cover, a mid-off, a mid-on, a short mid-wicket, a man beside the square leg umpire, and a man on the backward square leg boundary. Zorzi, it is just to the right of the square leg umpire. If you want to say he's backward square leg, it's fine because he's really behind the white line. But he's more square leg to me. And give the balls to Louis outside the off stump, allows it to go through, and there is no run. At the end of over number 6, West Indies replying to 357 made by South Africa are 12 without loss. Mikyle is on 4, is on 6, and with him, the West Indies captain Kraigg Brathwaite on 5. Keith Aaron, good man, good. He's saying that too early to have your drinks break, Carlton. You know, you need to keep the larynx moist, though, you know. The larynx need to keep moist. Envoy saying that Rabada needs to bounce one of these out. And he's happy with the field placement. He thinks that it is a lovely, aggressive field. Can anyone give me an app that I can watch it on? Rabada bowls to Brathwaite. He squared him up a little as he was looking to turn that one into the onside. It comes off the outer portion of the bat and goes to the man at backward point, and there is no run. So, positive vibes only. I am watching it on Rush Sport. It probably depends on where you are. So, if you say where you are, I know that someone in the chat will tell you what they are watching it on. So I am watching it on Rush Sport. Rabada to Brathwaite on the front foot. He plays this down the onside of the pitch, past the bowler. The field at mid-on has to come to his left. And by the time he comes to his left and stop the delivery with his hand sliding, not what we got yesterday from Older. Brathwaite and Louis were allowed to go through for a single. The score moves up to 13 without loss. Both batsmen are on 6. So positive vibes only. If you know, say where you are, and I am confident that someone Rabada into Louis, and Louis just defend as that one comes back into him sharply, and he defends on the onside, and there is no run. As I said, I am watching it on Rush Sport. I'm in Jamaica watching it on Rush Sport. So if you say where you are, someone will definitely tell you where to find it. As we watch now as Rabada steams in, bowl to Louis, and Louis get one outside the off stump. He plays it to the man at backward point, and there is no run. The score remains at 13 without loss. Yes, so congratulations to Warrican. And I was when Warrican was named in the squad. To be honest, he was not on my radar to be named in the squad. When the West Indies team went to South Africa in 2023, Rabada bowls to Louis down the leg side, a lazy shot at it. The keeper did not collect. That's Verreynne. Did not collect, and they go through. Rabada has his hand on his head, but it's by. But very lazy there from Mikyle just now. I did not like that approach. They got the bye though, so the score moves up to 14 without loss. And I thought that he should have been to South Africa with the test team in 2023. He did not. And I thought then that West Indies has finished with him because in 2021, November 2021, the last test match he played was in Sri Lanka. And he got 13 wickets in 2 matches in that series. And they dropped him after that. Rabada bowls to Brathwaite. Loud appeal by the keeper. That one came back sharply. But I don't think it touched anything. It was between bat and pad. I don't think it got the inside edge. Brathwaite was late into the shot. I don't mind the South African goes up for this one because I'm very confident that Brathwaite was late in the shot. And it was a pad that he took. He has gone for it. Rabada has gone for it. So it's going to be very interesting here now. That one came back sharply. But I think Brathwaite was late in the shot and it clips the pad. I really think that there was nothing in this. So it's good that if they are going to lose a review right away, I think he was beaten for pace. That ball that jabbed back into him and always out in him. But at this time, I just think he was beaten for pace. And it's really the pad that it brushed. Let's watch the replay. Comes in. As I suspected, miles from the bat. It probably brushed the right pocket. So I was so happy that they went for it. I told you I don't mind they going for it. It brushed nothing. So what did they hear? What did they hear? Brathwaite probably needs to change his bat or his equipment because something would have made a noise. But that was mile from the bat. I thought that it brushed the tie pad, but I told you that I really want them to go for the review. After 7 overs, West Indies 14 without loss. 14 without loss. Both batsmen are on 6. Steve Russell is saying, come on, West Indies. Basil is not necessarily missing an action, but for the time being, I have to be doing it alone due to connectivity because after the hurricane, things are not quite back to normal and it will be a struggle having them. Comes in now, bowl to Louis, and Louis plays this to mid-on, and there is no run. So let's take this coming from positive vibes. Motie has been one of our best bowlers in the region for the last 5 years. A few bad overs won't stop him. They didn't let him second, but he will be back as all great bowlers does. That's good. Positive vibes. That comment fits your name. Nice positive comment from you there this morning. I really appreciated of that. And give it to Louis, and Louis looking to force that one through the onside. It comes off the inner portion of the bat onto the pod and goes down the onside, and there is no run. As usual, Ngidi has his hands on his head, but when Ngidi has his hands on his head, there's nothing for one to really worry about. Almost every delivery, he has his hand on his head. Thinks, well, it's nice to be positive as a bowler. I think that you can get a wicket with every delivery. But it doesn't usually happen. But Ngidi is like that. Always has his hands on his head. Let's watch now as Mikyle Louis seconds. Ngidi taking some deep breaths. Begins to sweat under the Port of Spain sun. Over the wicket, bowl to Louis, allows it to go through outside the off stump. There is no run. The score remains on 14 without loss. So Mikyle Louis is on 6. Without loss. West Indies, remind you that South Africa made 357 and hopefully West Indies will back good today. So let me go through some of the comments while they do some repairs to Ngidi. So Mr. Casanova is saying, good morning, happy Friday. Are pushing for a win or a draw because we lost a whole day. Yes, we lost a whole day. However, if we get sunshine, if there's no further interruption to the match, we should get back what 4-8 32. We should get back 32 overs because we're starting half an hour earlier each day, and 8 overs are expected to be played in those days. Why is a restriction on the comments? Steve Russell, please support the channel, please. Appreciate it. I am in the USA at the moment. Is Willow Sport carrying the match or Fun Craze? Any of those guys in the USA, Bobby or Basil or any of those guys who are listening can tell me if Willow carrying the match. I know they are watching it, but check Willow Sport or Fan Craze. Ngidi over the wicket, bowls to Louis and plays a pleasant drive through mid-on. He work here for the mid-on. He runs, he slids, stopped it, and they are back for the second. Louis moves up to 8, West Indies 16 without loss. Very well played there by Louis. A straight bat. He just played it through mid-on, and they come back for the second. Good start. You could say that they have second now, 16 without loss. You want to say it's a good start, but it's a second start. You know, it's a confidence. It's giving confidence to us, the supporters, and assure to the other batsmen in the pavilion. And give it to Louis, pitched up, and he whips this away. Pleasant shot through mid wicket. It's going to run very close to the boundary. It won't get there though. It picked up just about 10 meters within the boundary by Maharaj, and they go back for 3. Lovely shot by Louis. The score moves up now to 19 without loss. He moves up to 11. It was a Maharaj. Who was that? Rickelton. It was Rickelton. Sorry to but yeah, you'd understand. But it was Rickelton who gave chase. So Brathwaite on 6 comes into strike. Mikyle Louis is on 11, and that was a nice, pleasing shot by Louis. It was pitched up again by Ngidi, and he whipped it away. Ngidi over the wicket, ball to Brathwaite. Brathwaite on the front foot, plays it out to the man at cover, short extra cover. Bavuma, who field. There is no run. The score at the end of over number 8, West Indies replying to 357 made by South Africa, are 19 without loss. Mikyle Louis is on 11. The West Indies captain Kraigg Brathwaite is on 6. There has been 1 leg by and 1 by. Those are the 2 extras. Well, Keith Aaron, thank God Warrican has showed his hands. It's my view on it is that I always want whoever is playing to perform. And I thought that Warrican, after those 13 wickets in Sri Lanka in November 2021, and never to have played for the West Indies again, I thought it was a bit unfair that he should not have been dropped. I would not have played him in this match. I've said it that I would not have picked him in my 11. I would have gone with Brian Charles. But I support him. And give the balls to Louis, and he's solid on the front foot and strokes this down to mid-off, and there is no run. Good work there by Bavuma. They say Warrican is decent in the Caribbean. Okay, thank you, Mr. Casanova. I have not compared his away stats and his Caribbean stats. I remembered the 13 wickets in Sri Lanka because I was pushing for him. Rabada bowls to Louis, who leaves it alone outside the off stump, and there is no run. I was pushing for him to go to South Africa in 2023 because having gotten those 13 wickets in Sri Lanka, he came back, was dropped. He didn't play any match. He did very well in the regional 4-day tournament. So I was pushing for him to go to South Africa in 2023. He was not picked, so he was not on my radar. I never expect him back in. Rabada bowls to Louis. He ride this bounce and place it to the man coming in from backward point, and there is no run. So, Mr. Casanova, I have not done the research on him to say whether is local, is stats in the West Indies is good, or how it compares to his stats overseas. But thank you for the information. I trust your information, and to point that out. Respect to you, sir. So Envoy comes in now, bowl to Louis, and Louis drives pleasantly through the covers. Diving effort by Bavuma, but it beats the dive. It's going to run very close to the boundary. It gets there now. 4 runs. Good shot by Louis. He came on the front foot and stroked it pleasantly through the offside, down to the cover boundary for 4. Rabada just pitching up, and Louis onto the front foot in a very pleasing manner. Strokes it there to the left of Bavuma. And despite the best effort of the South African captain, he just could not come up with the delivery. He got up, he gave chase, but could not reel it in. And so lovely from Mikyle Louis. He moves up to 15. The score 23 without loss in over number 9. This is Rabada 5th on the trot. So there's two slips now on a gully. So he has 2 slips on a gully. Comes in now, bowl to Louis, pitched up, Yorker, ducked out by Louis, well bowled by Rabada, well played by Louis. The score remains at 23 without loss. So they have removed one of the slip and put him in the covers. So they now have 2 slips, a gully, a backward point, cover, short extra cover, and a mid-off. So they have 6 fielders on the offside. Previously, they did not have the cover. So I just want to see the field again. But there's 6 on the offside, but they have removed one of the slip and put him in that space on the offside. Rabada over the wicket, bowls to Mikyle Louis. He was looking to turn that. I don't like that shot though. It drops favorably in front of him, but I think that he should be playing that ball, that delivery with a straight bat. With a straight bat instead of trying to turn. He should be playing with a straight bat because he was trying to turn it. It hit this portion of the bat and drop it in front of him. It could have easily gone in the air. So I really prefer if he just kept that bat straight and play that delivery. It would be much, much better. It would be much better than that. Envoy saying that, okay, West Indies batsman, it's time to throw away. It's time to throw away your wickets. Envoy, we love you. I really love you. In this community, but but Steve Rasul is saying that this, but I really think that every team is playing for I don't think any team go on the field to play for a draw. Athena, welcome to you. Greetings, good people. Very positive start. I smell hundreds and 50s in this match, all on our sides. Thank you very much, Athena. That's good. So Mulder, the right-arm fast bowler, he's not bad with the ball. He's not bad with the ball. He's a good-looking bowler. This South African bowling attack is not bad. You have Mulder, you have Ngidi. He's over the wicket, bowls to off the back foot, goes back, Brathwaite, but cannot beat short extra cover. Oh no, but they play the extra batsman. I'm wrong about that. There's 4 specialist bowlers, so they're going to expect Markram to do some bowling if needs be. So this is good enough. This is good if the West Indies batsmen can bat deep into tomorrow. So it's going to be very interesting. Very interesting. Mikyle, welcome to the show, man. Good morning. Nice to have you here. Mulder bowls to Brathwaite, who stand up on his toes and places into the covers. And there is no run. The score remains 23 without loss. They're showing the difference between the 2 batsmen there. Brathwaite hands much higher than Louis. You can see the wrist much higher. So that is not bad. And although Brathwaite has a shorter stride, so what is it now? Louis striding out more, so it's preventing the ball from swinging. Mulder bowls to Brathwaite. Brathwaite onto the front foot, plays it out into to mid-off, and there is no run. He remains on 6. The score remains on 23. So You know, I look at those two pictures just now, and I like where Brathwaite elbow is, but I want him to get a longer stride. I love Louis' stride, but I would love to see his wrist a little higher, you know. But just looking at both of them, different. So, but by Louis stepping out with that big stride to the ball, he's really prevented from swinging, you know, and meeting it before it does anything. Mulder ball to Brathwaite. Brathwaite just plays this from his crease down to mid-off, and there is no run. 23 without loss. So when Louis stepped out like that, he prevents the ball from swinging, and so that is good. But if it kicks with that low risk, he would be in more trouble than Brathwaite with the higher risk. On the other hand, Brathwaite stride is a little too short, and he's giving the ball time to swing or move off the seam. Mulder to Brathwaite, and Brathwaite forward on the front foot, plays it down the inside of the pitch. The bowler cannot feel it, goes to the man at mid-on, and there is no run. One delivery to come in over number 10. So we saw where Rabada has bowled 5 overs so far, and Guidi has bowled 4 at this stage of the West Indies innings. Rabada 5 overs, 1 maiden, none for 8, and Guidi 4 overs, 1 maiden, none for 13. 1 to come from Mulder. He runs in now over the wicket. 2 slips, go down, bowl to Brathwaite. Brathwaite defends once again, playing from the crease. A maiden over by Mulder. So after 10 overs, West Indies replying to 357 made by South Africa. They are 23 without loss. The captain Brathwaite is on 6. Mikyle is on 15 after 10 overs. To be honest, I never liked how Warrican and Pramal was treated. I never liked how Warrican and Pramal were treated. I never tried backing a front line. Sometimes I never tried backing a front line. Sometimes you have to play a front line spinner in any condition for them to grow. Fair comment that Mikyle Douglas. Is it me or Rabada going through overs very fast? No, but the South African team, you know, they are at the lead 15. So, you know, they are going to go through their overs much faster than some of our bowlers, you know. It's early in the morning, so it's not time to give in a trouble. Over the wickets, Rabada comes in, bowl to Louis, is solid in defense. There's 3 slips, a forward short leg, the man at backward point, and that man at short extra cover. So the umpire warning, speaking to, I think that's look like Markram speaking to where the South African are running. That was between the overs. So Mikyle remains on 15. Kraigg Brathwaite is on 6. Rabada now begins to move in. He's up to the wicket, bowl to Louis, and Louis solid in defense. That's much better. He didn't look to turn that one. He kept the bat straight, and it goes back to the bowler down the offside of the pitch. One of the things, you know, Mr. Casanova, is that just when you practice until you almost can't get it wrong, you are confident in what you are doing, you know. So you don't go back at the top of your mark and worrying. You go back to the top of your mark and run in because you know what you're doing. You know, Rabada bowls to Louis, short, pulls out it, goes through to the keeper, peel, not outside the umpire. That one came off something to me. It lobbed to the keeper, and they are thinking about it, but it lobbed to the keeper. They didn't come off the gloves or the arm. They're probably not going to go up. I don't think it doesn't look interesting. But that one to be probably come off the gloves. Time up. I think they got about 18 seconds, but time still up. But it lobbed to the keeper. That means it come off something. It's off the gloves, you know. and they never went up. It's off the gloves. Rabada to Louis, and Louis drives through the cover. Pleasant. This should run away. Bavuma giving chase. He won't get there. Lovely shot. 4 runs. He moves up to 19. The score moves up to 27. Lovely shot by Mikyle Louis. He came onto the front foot and drove that sweetly. I think that came off the gloves. Honestly, I really think that came off the gloves. There was nothing else close to it, and it lobbed to the keeper. Nonetheless, that was really a pleasing shot there from Mikyle Louis just now. He came on the front foot and stroked it so sweetly. I'm dying to see this replay because I think it comes off the gloves. Rabada to Louis. Louis leaves it alone. Outside the half stump, goes through to the keeper. There's 27 without loss. This is Rabada's 6th over. I don't think he's going to bowl another one. Let's watch the replay. Well, it misses. I was wrong. But it just seemed to lob to the keeper. That's why I thought it came off something. Good decision, umpire. Well done. But initially, it just seemed like it came off something to me. Good decision. I was very happy. To tell you the truth, the previous review, I wanted South Africa to take it. This one, I never wanted them to do. Rabada over the wicket, bowls to Louis, drive to the man at short mid-on who fields, and there is no run. So after 6 overs by Rabada, I think that's the end of Rabada's spell. I don't see him bowling a 7th on the trot. 6 overs, 1 major, none for 12. And after 11 overs, West Indies replying to 257 or 27 without loss. Mikyle Louis on 19 and the captain Kraigg Brathwaite on 6. So Michael Douglas is saying, respect to Andre Coley, since he took over, he has shown his faith in Motie by backing him in all conditions and letting him know he is the frontline spinner for the team. And that is true. I believe so too. Over the wicket, bowls to Brathwaite, leaves alone outside the half stump. Mulder is it that is bowling. There is no run, 27 without loss. And interestingly, Mikyle, although it was clear that Warrican was having a better match than Motie, you could see the confidence that the team having Motie and telling Motie that you are the #1 spinner because he still bowled more overs than Warrican. So that is giving your bowlers confidence. If that isn't, then nothing is. Mulder comes into Brathwaite. Brathwaite defends to the man at cover, and there is no run. The score remains at 27 without loss. Envoy start fretting. West Indies batsmen just need to tie out the South African bowlers, in all honesty. There's only 3 bowlers. Mulder ain't really a bowler, and Ngidi just come back from injury. Yes, and I really think that, because I do not see Rabada bowling a 7th on the trot. You know, so as there's going to be a ball change. He has bowled 6 overs, 1 made and none for 12. He's clearly their best bowler. You know, and you can see how he was hitting the spot more time than not. Come on, umpire, man. Get out there, man. He's taking his own sweet time. You know? Look at him. Run, boss. Look at him. Taking his own sweet time. Yeah, they have to be calling him to tell him to hurry up. You see the umpire there calling him, tell him to hurry up. You know, who are these 2 umpires there? That look like Raza or Raj, something like that. The short of the 2. Is he Raj? Could be. I don't know this. Raza. He looks to be. Is Raza or Raj? That short one looked to be Raza. Illingworth. Is it Illingworth? The taller one looked to be the English umpire, is it? Am I getting the name right? Illinert. Illinert and Raza. Are they? I think it's Raza. The shorter one definitely look like Raza. And the tall one, I think, is Illinert. I could be wrong, but I think it's Raza and Illinert. And you could see Illinert has to be calling out the third umpire there, who's a West Indian umpire, and he's just lazily, like he didn't want to get up. He's just strolling. Just strolling. You know? Oh boy. The culture. The culture, the culture, the culture. Wesley McPherson, I think that he's speaking to Pete Aaron. One of the things that I would want to impress upon us as West Indies fan is to back every player to succeed. You know, from the comments, from a number of the comments that I've seen, majority of the comments that generally comes in is like, persons want other players to fail so that their favorite player will get a pick. And it should not be like that. We should want every player to succeed. You remember I made a comment that I want these bowlers to make it difficult for Alzarri Joseph to get back into the West Indies team? It doesn't mean I don't want Alzarri Joseph to get back into the West Indies team. But if these players, if these bowlers are performing so good, they are performing at a level so high that for Alzarri Joseph to get back in the team, he will have to take his game to the next level. That's what we must want as West Indies cricketers. So Alzarri is out of the team. Most of Alzarri's supporters, from what I have seen and what I have heard, want the bowling attack to fail, to say, you see it, them can't do anything without Alzarri Joseph. That's what Alzarri Joseph supporters want, you know. But it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be. If you are supporting the West Indies team, you should still want these bowlers to succeed at a very high level. And so, if Alzarri Joseph is to come back in the team, you know that he gone to another level. And that's what we must want. We must not satisfy with mediocrity and want our less favorite player to succeed so that our favorite player can come into the team by performing at a mediocre level. We must stop it, man. We must stop it. Those of us who are guilty of it must stop it. Mulder bowls to Brathwaite and he turns it into the onside. We must want everyone to succeed, and our favorite players, we must want them to go to a next level. To the next level. Please slash a like on the video and click on the subscribe button. Mulder to Brathwaite, and Brathwaite turn this down back with a square leg for a singer. The score will goes up now to 28 without loss. Brathwaite moves up to 7. 2 deliveries to come in over number 12. Mikyle Lewis, who's on 19, comes into strike. That one was owning in on middle stump, and Brathwaite get back on it at the last moment and turn it away. Down back with a square leg for a single. So Lewis is on 19. In his last innings, he scored a fine half century in England, and he should be really, really confident now. He comes in now. Mulder, 2 slips go down, bowl to Lewis, and Lewis onto the front foot, plays it to the man at square leg, and there is no run. So Mulder is getting this ball to come back in a little, and we it's good that Louis is stretching right out and playing that delivery. So 28 without loss with 1 to come in over number 12. And so maybe I see Ngidi warming up. He has bowled 4 overs, none for 13, I think. So he's probably going to come from the other end that Rabada was bowling from. That's the commentary box end, I think, from the commentary box end. Mulder from the pavilion end comes in, bowl to Louis. He allows that to go through outside the off stump. There is no run. After 12 overs, West Indies are 28 without loss. Brathwaite on 7. His opening partner, Mikyle Louis, is on 19, replying to South Africa, 357 all out. Good morning, Lance LeBlake, as usual, checking in. Happy to have you here. No, he didn't. It didn't. It didn't touch anything, you know. It didn't touch anything. 6 overs on the trot. Older could never. Envoy. It's early morning, you know. It's early morning. It's early morning. I'm not getting into the cultural thing. So, Maharaj will replace Rabada. Yes, Mikyle Douglas, he is. Good morning. Good morning to the best cricket channel on YouTube. Thank you, Jamor Sumals, for confirming that, yes, indeed, we are the #1 cricket channel in the West Indies. Cricket only channel. I wish I could understand. So good morning, Sherwin. Maharaj round the wicket, bowls to Brathwaite onto the front foot, and he plays it out into the offside, and there is no run. Please explain to me, Sherwin, at the end of the over, because it's a spinner bowling, so I won't have much time between the overs. As round the wicket, bowl to Brathwaite on the front foot, plays it to the man at short extra cover, and there is no run. So I'm seeing 3 fielders. I'm seeing a first slip. I'm seeing a forward short leg. Markram is it at first slip. Forward short leg. A short extra cover. Those are the 3 fielders that I'm seeing in at the moment. Maharaj round the wicket to Brathwaite. He allows it to go through outside the half stump. It just turn across. It just turn ever so slightly. Slow turn though, through to the keeper, and there is no run. Verreynne is the keeper. Markram is at first slip. Bavuma is at short extra cover. Forward short leg goes down. Again, it pitches and turns across Brathwaite through to the keeper. He has now to look out for the arm ball. He should be experienced enough to know that he has to look out for the arm ball. Comes in bowl to Brathwaite and is on the front foot again. Plays it out to the man at cover. So there's a backward pointer cover, short extra cover. There's probably a long off. More than likely there's a long off. So there's a slip, backward point cover, extra cover. No, there's a mid off, not a long. Yes, there's a long off. Comes in bowl to Brathwaite, and Brathwaite onto the front foot. Cannot beat short extra cover. That's the end of the over. Saw some turn there from Maharaj. At the end of the over, West Indies 28 without loss. It was a maiden from Maharaj. Brathwaite remains on 7. Louis is on 19. So Sherwin, I will ask you, tell me what I have said, asking the fans to be biased. I try not to tell people what to think or so on, because I always welcome different opinions. But you can tell me what I said to be asking the fans to be biased, because let's watch this delivery from Mulder. Over the wicket, bowls to Louis, and he's tight onto the front foot, and he plays it down the pitch for the bowler to field, and there's no run. Because Sherwin, first best or second best is not a name, you know. It's a performance. So Warrican was our best bowler in this match. In the first innings, he was our best bowler. So it is not a name that determines whether you are first best or you are second best. It's performance that determines it. Mulder to Louis, and it drives with intent. Mistime the drive though. It goes to cover and there is no run. But there was great intent there from the West Indies opener who drives. But he mistimed it and it goes on the bounce to the man at cover. And there is no run. Sammy St. Ellen, thank you. Thank you very much for agreeing with me. As Louis comes in now. Over the wicket, bowls to Louis. Or Mulder bowls to Louis and there is no run. But Sherwin, I have a favorite player yesterday. He was Jason Older. Today, he's my least favorite player on the team. I am not into what have you done for me. I am into what have you done for me lately. But then you really never explain yourself much in because your previous statement contradicts this one. Because what you're saying here now is exactly what I'm saying. You just put it differently than I. Mulder bowl to Louis and Louis drives through the covers. They didn't bother to run. They just turn and jog to pick it up. What a shot by Louis. He came on the front foot and he eases it pleasantly through the covers down to the boundary for 4. Lovely shot by Louis. Let's look at it onto the front foot out of the middle of the bat. Previously, they would have given chase. On this occasion, they just turned and jogged after it to pick it up. He moves up to 23. West Indies move up to 32. Lovely shot by Mikyle Louis. So, West Indies 32 without loss. As Mulder comes in, ball to Louis. Louis on the front foot, plays it out to the man at mid-off, and there is no run. The score remains at 32 without loss. This is now turning into a decent start. I don't think it reached the level of a good start yet, but it's a decent start, and long may it continues. But Louis really looking good. He's just onto the front foot, and that check drive. The previous shot, he tried to hit the ball too hard and he mistimed the drive. But on that occasion, he played the check drive and it was sweetly timed. Mulder bowls to Louis and Louis drive down the onside of the pitch. He's going to beat mid-on. Runs here for Louis. He's gone for 1 and Jayden gives chase. He picks it up 15 meters within the boundary, sends the return into the keeper's end. And by that time, they come back for the second. Louis moves up to 25. Brathwaite is on 7. West Indies 34 without loss after 15 overs. I will explain. I have been calling for Kraigg Brathwaite to be replaced as captain. Older Roach to be dropped. That is only based on performance. Thank you. Fair enough. Fair point. But Kraigg Brathwaite to replace that. Yes, but then again, would you drop Older after his performance at number 6? He averages only 26, but he was gradually increasing his score, and in the last test he made 59. So you want to really drop him, Sherwin. Let's watch Maharaj. Bowls to Brathwaite to turn this away. Through mid-wicket, diving stop by the fielder, no run. The score remains at 34 without loss. I think West Indies can still win the game. They probably will need to back Maharaj bowl outside the off stump to Brathwaite. It turns away through to the keeper. Brathwaite must watch for the arm ball. It's going to be faster and it's going to be straight at the stump. You must watch for it. Comes in now, bowl to Brathwaite, and that was it. Faster, straight at the stump. He was equal to the task. He plays it back down the pitch. Maharaj had a laugh. That's nice. Nice from Brathwaite. Will he give him one more? Comes in now, bowl to Brathwaite, and Brathwaite edges, drop at slip. Wow, that one turned across him, took the edge, dropped that slip. So the arm ball followed up by the orthodox left arm spinner that turns away from Brathwaite onto the front foot. Edge phone off the gloves, dropped that slip, and Brathwaite had a life. Well bowled by Maharaj. This is good bowling here. Absolutely wonderful bowling, drop at slip. Maharaj to Brathwaite is full out to that one this time, and there is no run. Lovely bowling. He gave him the arm ball flat and straight, as I was telling you to look out for it. And then he just bowled it, the slow left arm orthodox spinner. He bowled it a little slower. Brathwaite pushed out, but didn't push right out. It took the gloves or the top portion of the bat and dropped that slip. Brathwaite on the front foot drives to the man at short extra cover, and there is no run. The end of over number 15, Brathwaite at a life is 15 or 16. And just double checking here. End of over number 15, Brathwaite is on 7. Mikyle Lewis on 25. West Indies 34 without loss. That's where I differ from you, Louis, Sherwin. It was the right choice because he was the best bowler. So it doesn't matter what we think about his selection before the match. It doesn't matter what we think, you know. I continued, and so Joshua Bishop, based on bat and ball, should have been selected. Springer earned his spot. You know, all right, I take your comment, but I'm not going to Joshua Bishop and Springer. They are not in the squad. Mulder comes in, bowl to Louis. Louis forward defends down the outside of the pitch. But let's look at the first part of your statement where you said that he was not the right choice. Although you and I would not have selected him for the match, it turns out to be the right choice. And so we have to accept that it was the right choice. It is like a game of domino. And 10 persons stand up behind you telling you how to play. Mulder comes in now, bowl to Louis, and Louis forward. He just play that to the man at cover, and there is no run. So 10 persons stand up behind you telling you how to play. But you play your own game. And you end up winning. So those 10 persons behind you can talk as much as they want. When they come and sit down, they play how they want to play. So you and I can talk as much as we want. Andre Cody and Kraigg Brathwaite got it right. Mold the ball to Louis down the leg side. He whips this away down towards a short fine leg. The fielder comes around off the backward square leg boundary, sends the return in. Let's wait for the signal. Leg by. The score will move up to 36. Louis will remain on 25. Brathwaite on 7. So it was the right choice, man. It was the right choice. Yeah, so, yeah, man. You know? So you have to give credit. You know? Our so-called best players are always not available for a particular series. Over the wicket, bowl to Louis. Lewis confident, places into the offside. There is no run. And we are not playing a lot of matches here. Don't make sense. You are in the team if you can't play 8 matches a year. They lost me completely on that one, Mikyle, but those things do happen. You know. And Steve Russell said, West Indies need to bat as long as possible. What is as long as possible mean, Steve Russell? I don't know. I don't know what is as long as possible. So please tell me what that means. Mulder over the wicket, bowl to Louis, allows it to go through. Because I always think that every batsman wants to bat as long as possible. That's my view. That's always want to bat as long as every batsman want to bat as long as possible. So I never understand the comment when I hear it. Bat as long as possible. Never understand it. Never, I'm telling you the truth, Steve, Russell, never understand it. Let's watch Mulder. It comes in now. The ball to Louis is up, ball to Louis, short outside the half stump. The keeper is up to the stump, collects, and there is no run. So this is good from the keeper. This is good from South Africa. At the end of the 16th over, they are 36 without loss. West Indies replying to 257 made by South Africa. So, you predicted Brathwaite to make 100. That's good, man. We hope he does. Don't we all hope that he does? It would be wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Yes, that's we need to bat 4 sessions minimum. I think so too. I would like us to bat, if we could bat until tea tomorrow. Comes in now, bowl to Brathwaite. He allows it to go through outside the half stump. The captain, I am fascinated here now. If you love Test cricket, you want to see this. Look at the setup here now from Maharaj. I hope Brathwaite is equal to the task. He comes in again, straight onto the stump. The arm ball coming in. So the first one was outside the half stump, turning away from the West Indies batsman. This one, he showed him the arm ball. He pitched it short. Very interesting. He pitched it short. Let him see. Comes in now. Ball, pitched up, turn outside the half stump. And he cuts it away. Down backward of point. He gave the room. It goes into the boundary for 4. So it was short outside the half stump. Turn away. And Brathwaite cuts it away. Down to the boundary for 4. He moves into double figures. He's on 11. West Indies move on to 40. Without loss. So he was off the back foot and he cuts that away down to the backward point boundary for 4. Good shot there by Brathwaite. Lovely. Maharaj, ball to Brathwaite off the back foot again, cannot beat backward point and there is no run. So Maharaj just losing it in this over. It isn't the fascination that I was looking forward to. So he just probably just losing it there in this hole. But let's watch now. There's a silly point under the bat. So he's going to pitch this one up. He's going to force. Fascinating. The arm ball coming. I bet you. Oh, it was short again. It was short again, but Brathwaite could not put it away. One to come. I'm expecting a full arm ball here. So Maharaj comes in. Round the wicket to Brathwaite, and that's it. And Brathwaite onto the front foot, spotted the arm ball and plays it down the other side of the pitch. And there is no run. Yes, Mr. Cassano, 4 sessions, and that will take us to about lunch tomorrow. And if we bat until lunch tomorrow, we should surpass South Africa total. And I think that if we can bat until tea, we would set up this match nicely for a win. Because although we are scoring just 17 and 17, 34, so 6 over 17. 6 over 17 is what that 6 over 17 is just about 3.3. Yeah, so we are scoring about 2.3 runs per over. Mulder comes in now, ball to Louis, and Louis forward, and there is no run. The score remains at 40 without loss. So although we are scoring at just about 2.3 runs per over, that's all right up to lunch now. By midway through lunch, you will see the run rate gradually increasing, and by after tea, when Rabada especially gets tired, indeed is overweight, he's going to be really tired. Maharaj is expected to do the bulk of the bowling. Expect some deliveries from Markram. You cannot underrate Markram. But if we bat until tea tomorrow, we should go close to 500. Mulder was on his way and he was stopped by the keeper as one of the bails fell. And they're showing that setup again. Just looking at it here now. Watch the arm ball. Oh, was that? Okay. Oh, I thought that was showing the setup for the arm ball. As there's some adjustment being made in the field. Mulder comes in now. Ball to Louis, and Louis defends down the inside of the pitch. What I would want to see right now is some rotation in the strike. And you in the community can help me. For the last 6 or so overs, it's like Louis always facing Mulder and Brathwaite facing Maharaj. I would love to see some rotation in the strike. Let's watch now as Mulder comes over the wicket, ball to Louis, and Louis drives through the covers magnificently down the boundary for 4. It was a full-blooded shot through the covers, lovely by Mikyle Louis, pitched up by Mulder, and it was on the front foot, and in that pleasing, elegant fashion, he drove it through the line on top of the bounce, down to the cover boundary for 4. This guy can play off the front foot. Lovely shot by Mulder. Yes, we need some, efficient partnership to take us close to this total. Definitely. And this one is on 44. So this is a decent start. Decent start here now. It's probably pushing up towards a good start. 44 without loss. 29 comes in now. Ball to Louis, and Louis forward. There is no run. The score remains at 44 without loss. He's on 29. Kraigg Brathwaite is on 11. The score 44 without loss. We are just about 35 minutes away from lunch. I wonder if I can do all 35 minutes up to lunch. I'll try though. If I cannot finish it, I will let you know. But I'll try to go up to lunch. And as I said, Mrs. Brown is not here and needs some fluid. Mulder bowls to Louis, and Louis onto the front foot, plays it into the covers. Diving effort. He times this one well. It's running away out towards the boundary. They will get 2 more. Will they get 3? No, the second and 2. The score moves up to 46. He goes into his 30s now. He's on 31. Brathwaite is on 11. West Indies in reply to South Africa 357 are 46 without loss in over number 18. One delivery to come in over number 18. Louis really looking impressive on that front foot. I know that when Rabada comes back into the attack, he's going to try him out with some short deliveries, but at the moment he's looking good on that front foot. Mulder bowls to Louis, back off a length. He plays this one down to the man at backward square leg field. At the end of the over number 18, Mikyle Louis is on 31. Kraigg Brathwaite is on 11. West Indies are 46 without loss, replying to 357 all out by South Africa. I agree with you, Collins Richardson. We hope we get some really big partnership and try and set up this match. What you don't understand, so many times batsmen give away their wickets trying to score. This is playing for a draw. I still don't understand. I absolutely still don't understand. Your opinion is just as valuable as mine. Of course, you didn't need to say that. Maharaj bowls to Brathwaite. He turns this to the man at long on, and there is no run. I said it all the while. You didn't need to say that. I said that all the while. But if I don't understand, I don't understand. And I can't lie. Maharaj bowled to Brathwaite. Brathwaite onto the front foot, plays it back down the pitch, and there is no run. As we watch now, as he comes in now, round the wicket. This is Maharaj. Round the wicket, bowls to Brathwaite. Brathwaite looking to turn that one. It comes off the outer portion of the bat. And luckily, it goes along the pitch here. So that was a little lazy from Brathwaite. Look at it. He turns, he's looking to turn it instead of playing it straight. Concentrate here, Brathwaite. Maharaj to Brathwaite, and Brathwaite nice in defense. He plays it down the off side of the pitch, and there is no run. So Brathwaite seconds as Maharaj comes into him. The left arm orthodox spinner. Silly point go down. Silly mid off goes down and goes to Brathwaite, and Brathwaite plays it down the onside of the pitch, and there is no run. So look for that one that is going to fly it up outside the half stump a little slower and turn it away. So that's the delivery that Brathwaite needs to look for now. Maharaj, ball to Brathwaite, is onto the front foot and plays it to the man at silly mid off, and there is no run. At the end of over number 19, West Indies 46 without loss. Brathwaite is on 11. Mikyle is on 31. Replying to South Africa, 357 all out. Bavuma made 86. Zorzi made 78. Warrican, the pick of the West Indies bowlers, 4 for 67. Clifford Lewis, welcome, boss. Thank you. Good morning. Happy that you are here. Stick with it. You are doing a magnificent job. Thank you. Thank you to Christopher Lewis. I appreciate those kind sentiments. As Ngidi comes back into the attack to bowl his fifth over, 4 overs, 1 maiden, 13, none for 13 in his opening spell. And so he now replaced Mulder in the attack. We expect that Maharaj will have a long spell today as they rotate the quick bowlers, the seamers from the other end. 2 slips, backward point, cover mid off. Ngidi bowls to Louis, and he's solid in defense. He plays it to the man at short mid-wicket, who skipped across to his left field. There is no run. The score remains at 46 without loss. So let's watch now as Louis seconds. He's on 46 without loss. Louis on 31. Ngidi comes in. The bowl to Louis. Over the wicket, bowl to Louis. He's on the front foot and he plays it out to mid-off, and there is no run. The score remains at 46 without loss. And I think he is looking very, very good on the front foot. And the short ball is going to come anytime now. Expect the short ball to come anytime now. And you'd have heard me talk about balance at the crease and how to have balance at the crease. It is going to be very important when that short ball comes to see how balanced Mikyle Louis is at the crease. Ngidi bowl to Louis down the leg side, taken on the pad, flick, misses, taken on the pad, and there is no run, pitched up. You know, and Louis probably missed out there, although as usual, Rabada have his hands on his head or wheresoever, and with that side, but that was really about on fifth stump, and really Louis should have capitalized on that. He misses though, and it's no run. So he is transferring his weight very good on his front foot, very good. It left to see when that short ball comes, how effectively he will transfer the weight on the back foot. And give it to Louis, and Louis whipped this through mid on, but the fielder is there. It goes straight to him, and there is no run. So that's a pleasing drive by Louis, but it goes to mid on, and there is no run. 2 to come in over number 19. This is Ngidi, 5th over. None for 13 thus far. And again, you know, Brathwaite is taking Maharaj and Louis is taking the spinner. I really would like to see some rotation because I definitely don't want a bowler bowling to a batsman so long consecutively. Let's watch Ngidi. over the wicket, ball to Louis, short, outside the half stump. He leaves that one on length, and there is no run. So I really don't want to see one batsman facing the same bowler over after over. Yes, I want him to bat all day, yes, but I want to see some rotation of the strike, and so that one bowler doesn't get a chance to really set you up and work on something. Please smash a like on the video, click on the subscribe button, subscribe, join the live chat, give us your opinion. It is always welcome. We respect everyone's opinion in this chat. Even if we disagree, I still respect your opinion. And give the ball to Louis outside the half stump, leaves alone, goes through to the keeper, and there is no run. So at the end of over number 20, West Indies 46 without loss. Brathwaite is on 11. Mikyle Louis is on 31. Steve Russell is saying West Indies is playing for a draw. Well, those are not my views. I don't think so. It's far too early to say that. So, Selector Birdman, I want our batsmen to bat out today and get a lead, then come back tomorrow and bowl out South Africa. Yes, I think we will have to bet. We'll have to bat until, we'll have to bat until probably lunch tomorrow to pass this 357. If we bat until lunch tomorrow, Maharaj bowl to Brathwaite, and Brathwaite drives down to mid-off. Nice. Rotation of the strike. Down to long-off for a single. He comes off the strike, so I love this. So I think if we bat till lunch tomorrow, we should. If we bat until lunch tomorrow, we don't get a lead, I'm going to be disappointed with the run rate. I'm in no way disappointed with our run rate right now. Ball to Louis, and Louis drives back to the ball on the inside of the pitch, and there is no run. That one was tossed up a little more. 47 without loss. Louis is on 31. Brathwaite is on 12. Maharaj comes in. Ball to Louis. Louis forward. Drop that forward shot that at silly mid-off was at a drop. It was a very difficult chance. Did he get his hands to it? Gonna watch the replay. So Louis comes at the front foot, stabbed at it, didn't allow it to come to him, and it to the right at the man at silly mid-off. Ball to Louis, and Louis drives this time. Much better. Down to the man at long off. They go through for a single. The score goes up now to 48. Let's watch this again. No, he was never gonna catch that. That cannot be taken. He was never gonna catch that. It probably even didn't carry to him. Maharaj to Brathwaite, and Brathwaite onto the front foot defense. We are forward short leg should have been. The keeper skips around from behind the stump field. There is no run. The score remains at 48 without loss. Brathwaite on 12, Louis on 32. Maharaj round the wicket to Brathwaite. In ball to Brathwaite, pitched up. He whipped this away down to the man at mid-on, and there is no run. Sends the return in. At the end of over number 21, West Indies 48 without loss. Louis on 32. The captain Kraigg Brathwaite is on 12. Replying to South Africa 357 all out. So Steve Russell said, this is not T20. Those runs will not come in one day. Yeah, I agree with that. So I agree with that point that you made there. Definitely agree with that point that you made there. Certainly. And so select. Yes, South Africa made 299 runs yesterday from 98 overs. That was just about 3 runs per over. And for most of the day, they were scoring at less than 3 runs per over. It's in the final session that they really up the run rate. And that's Test cricket. And I expect that from West Indies. And give the ball outside the half stump to Louis through to the keeper, and there is no run. So So we have to know our strength, select a Birdman, and we have to know our strength. And the last thing we want to do is to play away from our strength. We do not have the bats. I'm coming back to your comment. Just let me watch this delivery from Ngidi. Comes in, bowl to Louis, and Louis drives straight to mid-off, and there is no run. The reason why our batsmen average in high 20s to low 30s is because we're not that good a batting team, We're not a good team, period. Our bowling, to me, is better than the batting. But we are not that good a batting team. So we cannot play the same game that England played. We have to grind out our runs and give the ball outside the Ashton to Lowe. He allows it to go through, and there is no run. And by grinding out our runs against a four-man South Africa bowling attack, if they're not getting wicket, I think that by an hour after lunch, you will see the run rate gradually going up. That's what I expect. Mikyle, good morning to you. I appreciate you being here. As Louis Seckers comes in now, bowl to, that's Ng, the bowl to Louis, and Louis forward down the pitch, and there is no run. Mr. Casanova is saying that based on how slow they bat, it's a 70% chance for a draw. And at the risk of repeating myself, I'm saying that would I have loved to see them going a little faster right now? Yes, but they're playing within their limitation. South Africa has a four-man attack. Rabada is a real threatening bowler. If these two survive, if these two are there until after lunch, a hour after lunch, I'm certain once South Africa not getting wickets in bundle, you will see the run rate go. And give it to Lowe, who tried to drive that through the offside. He mistimed the drive down back the offside of the pitch to the bowler of fields. And there is no run. I would love that Jamor Small. I'll certainly love these two bowlers to get, these two openers to get a century each. I don't have an issue too with the two bowlers. If they can get a century each, that would be nice too. So if these two South African bowlers get 100 each, it would be lovely. Let's watch Ngidi. He's going to come into bowl to Lowe now. He's on his way, bowl to Lowe, and Lowe is on the front foot. He plays it in that gap between mid-on and mid-wicket, and they go through for a singer. He moves up now to 33. The score moves up now to 49 at the end of the over. Brathwaite is on 12. Remind you that South Africa made 357. Mikyle Douglas is saying, this pitch actually suits Lowe batting style. This is a dead pitch that won't bounce much. Lowe is always looking to come forward, which he could do more often on this pitch. Thank you. Thank you for your comment, Mikyle. Appreciate it. Collis Richard is saying, 100 runs lead by lunch tomorrow. I will be satisfied as a fan. Okay, thank you, Collis Richardson. I don't think they will get 100 runs lead by lunch tomorrow, though, Collis, but that would be lovely, and I really appreciate your optimism. I would be happy for 100 runs lead, especially if we can get it before tea tomorrow. I'll be happy for that. Definitely happy for that. And then South Africa really have to bat good in the fourth innings. as Maharaj to continue. He's going to bowl to Louis. He's in bowl to Louis, and Louis drives down to long off for a singer. That's nice rotation of the strike. That's the 50 partnership. And this is the fourth 50 partnership between these two in 7 innings. That need an applause. Well done, gentlemen. Well done. The fourth 50 partnership between these two in 7 innings. Well done. Well done, gentlemen. Well done. Long may it continues. Long. So 50 without loss as Brathwaite comes into strike. The seconds now as we watch Maharaj round the wicket, bowls to Brathwaite. Brathwaite on the front foot, trying to force it down to mid-off, but the bowler does a good job by just skipping across to his left, getting low and stopping that from passing him and preventing the run. The score remains at 50 without loss. Brathwaite is on 12. Mikyle Lewis on 34. Maharaj round the wicket, bowl to Brathwaite. Brathwaite on the front foot. He forces it this time into the gap. Down to the man coming off the long off boundary. He didn't pick up cleanly, but he kept it right beside him. And so they could not go back for the second run. 51 now without loss. Lewis on 34. Brathwaite is on 13. And Louis now just need to switch on here now as we go up to about 15 minutes before lunch. He really needs to switch on to Maharaj. I really want him to switch on to Maharaj. They're tying his shoelace. They said never let the fielder tie your shoelace because he will tie it onto the pad. But it seems like, who is that? Is it Louis or is it Brathwaite? Whichever one of them is doing it, they keep the left foot the other foot very far so that he cannot tie the shoelace to the other foot. You heard of, as a little boy growing up, you heard of these incidents that you ask somebody to tie a shoelace for you when you are batting and he tie both shoes together. So at the crease, you cannot move. You would have heard those, I'm sure. Someone like Athena would have heard those comments. Maharaj now to Louis. In bowl to Louis and Louis forward. There is no run. The score remains at 51 without loss. 2 to come in this over. Louis has to watch out for the arm ball. He has to try and pick Maharaj. He has to know what Maharaj is doing from the wrist. Let me see if I can pick them. Comes in. No, I didn't pick that one, but it was the orthodox. It was the orthodox spin. You know, left arm slow orthodox spin is almost like the left hand ball in a half break. You know, so orthodox is going to turn away from the right hander, the orthodox spinner. Maharaj comes in again now, bowl to Louis, and Louis turned this into the onside to the man at mid-on, and there is no run. It travels in the air a little, but it goes to the man at mid-on. That's the end of the over. 51 without loss. Louis, he remains on 34. Brathwaite is on 13. Steve Russell said, it's a learning experience for some players, but playing at home should give them some confidence to our players to perform exceptionally well. Thank you, Steve Russell, for making that. Another part of the reason for the poor average is the poor mentality. I agree with you, Dwight Chateau, welcome, man. And poor team culture. Absolutely, you're right. You're absolutely right. I agree with you. Poor mentality, poor team culture. When they get in and get a chance to score 100, they get out for 50s because that is seen as excellent. And Guidi comes into Brathwaite and he cuts this away down to the man at backward point. He cannot score, he cannot beat the man. The score remains at 51 without loss. I have seen it. I have seen it, Dwight. I have seen players reach 50 and it's like they take a deep breath and they're satisfied. Not all, but I've seen players, and this is something that Brathwaite and Coley has to work on to create a different culture. and create that different mentality. And give it to Brathwaite and his pad. He turns us away down to fine leg. We're going to look at the signal. Rabada comes around, sends the return in. Let's watch the umpire. Yes, leg by signal. The score moves up to 52 though. And should it be Louis? Louis is on strike. Yes, he's on 34. Brathwaite is on 13. I'm just thinking if I'm the captain, I would give Rabada over before lunch. It's about 12, 13 minutes before lunch. But I get 2 overs from Rabada before lunch. Do I want him to bowl 8 overs in the session? Just thinking about it. It's something that I have to think about as a captain. So there are 2 slips, a backward point, a cover, a short extra cover, mid-off, a mid-on, a mid-wicket, and a man on the backward square leg boundary now. And one of the slips is now coming to catch at a short mid-wicket. So there's 1 slip, backward point, cover, short extra cover, mid-off, mid-on, short mid-wicket, a square leg, and a man on the backward square leg boundary. So that's the field. It's 5 on the off, 4 on the onside. The only fielder that is outside what you would call the circle is the man on the backward square leg boundary. And Giddy starts his run-up. Past the umpire now, bowl to Louis. Louis on the front foot, stroke it to that man at short extra cover. So there's a short extra cover on one side and there's a short mid-wicket on one side. And then you have a backward point, the cover, and the mid-off. You have the mid-on, the square leg, and the man on the long leg boundary. It's a 5-4 field and give the bowling to Mikyle Louis. So it's a thought process, it's just going through my mind. Would I bring back Rabada for over 2 before lunch? Or would I leave him and say, I want you fresh for immediately after lunch? It's left to be seen. It's going to be very, very interesting. Very interesting here now. As Ngidi begins to move in. 1 slip. He's up, bowl to Louis, and Louis onto the front foot, plays it to the man at short extra cover. Again, there is no run. I just believe that somewhere along the line, there's a short delivery coming. And it's going to be really interesting to see how Louis transfer the weight on the back foot. You know, it's going to be very interesting. Very, very interesting. And I just believe that it's somewhere along the line that there's a short delay. And, you know, I'm going to stop saying that because I have been accused of getting West Indies batsmen out in the past by telling the opposition what to do, you know. Yes, I have been accused. I've been accused of getting West Indies batsmen out in the past. I've been told that other persons listen to my channel and give the ball to Louis outside the off stump. He leaves it alone, goes through to the keeper, and there is no run. I've been told that the opposition listen to my channel, and the advice that I gave, they use it and got West Indies batsmen out in the past. I've been lambasted, I've been cursed that I got West Indies batsmen out in the past. But I'm just trying to go through the thought process and just hoping that, you know, it is something that I want to see and hope that he is balanced enough at the crease to be able to transfer that weight on the back foot when that short delivery comes. Because it's going to come. It's going to come. And give the balls to Louis onto the front foot, place it out to the man at extra cover, and there is no run. 1 to come, or is it the end of the over? That's the end of the over. West Indies 52 without loss. Louis on 34. Brathwaite is on 13. Louis just secured his opening role with the captain. We have been longing for a good test opener in our squad. Congratulations, guy. Yes, these two, I definitely think, well, Louis got a 50 in England. He needs some individual score to seal up his spot. That is my opinion. But I think having gone 4 opening partnership in 7 innings, he's going to have a longer run than usual. And in that time, he needs to put in the individual score to seal up his spot. So right now, I'll say the opening spot is 75% in Louis hands. But a couple big centuries and some half centuries, and he will gradually seal that spot. Maharaj to Brathwaite. Outside the half stump, but the West Indies captain decided to play through mid-wicket and came across it too quickly. I think that was a full ball that he should probably, a half volley, that he should probably have hit over cover. Maharaj to Brathwaite. He's on the front foot defense down the half side of the pitch. And there is no run. Maharaj again to Brathwaite. He comes in now, bowl to Brathwaite, and Brathwaite drives. The bowler stopped it in his follow through, and the man at mid-off complete the job, and there is no run. 2 deliveries to come in this over. 52 without loss. 52 without loss. As we watch, just bringing in the long off up to about a mid off. Maharaj bowl to Brathwaite, and Brathwaite plays this into the onside. The man at short mid wicket field, and there is no run. So it looks like instead of bring on Rabada, they're going to bring on Markram to twirl over before lunch. Maharaj comes into Brathwaite, and Brathwaite on the front foot, taken on the pads, tied for the peel. The balls go to first slip, and there is no run. Brathwaite was a little late there. So at the end of 25 overs, West Indies is just scoring just above 2 runs per over. Oh my. Just 52 from 25 overs. This is definitely slow, but importantly though, both of them are still batting. As we pushed up towards lunch, I think it's probably 6 or 7 minutes to go towards lunch. So Steve Russell, who has been here with us from morning, say keep it up, Louis. And Lance Joseph is saying top of the morning. Thank you very much. Oran Hernandez, thank you. Good morning to you, Oran Hernandez. A test match century or 50 is so different from a T20 or even ODI 50. Agree? There has to be a balance, application to score runs and win. Markram to Louis, and Louis onto the front foot and plays it down on the offside of the field, and there is no run. Let's watch now as Markram comes in now, bowl to Louis, and Louis forward. You know, with these overs coming up before lunch, probably this and one more from Maharaj, I really hope that Louis will just come off strike and Brathwaite just bat for lunch. I would love my experienced batsman now to be batting for lunch. I expect South Africa to crowd him at this time. And so said, so done. There's a forward short leg. I expect a silly mid-off too. So there's a slip on a forward short leg. Bowl to Louis. On the stumps, he plays it to the man at short mid-wicket, and there is no run. If I was a South African captain, I would get in a silly mid-off, and I would get in another slip, and I would get in a leg slip also. I really want Louis to come off strike and Brathwaite bat out these over. Bowls to Louis, and Louis whip this away. Down to the man on the long on boundary. That's good. I'm happy that he comes off strike. He got a singer. Brathwaite comes on to strike. So the West Indies captain now just need to see the team out to lunch. He just need to see it out to lunch now. There should be only one more over after this one. He has 2 deliveries in this over. Hopefully he can get a single off the last delivery. Comes in bowl to Brathwaite, and Brathwaite defends down the inside of the pitch, and there is no run. 53 without loss. Brathwaite seconds. As Markram comes in, bowl to Brathwaite, and Brathwaite is forward, defense. Down the inside of the pitch, the fielder from short mid-wicket comes in field, and there is no run. At the end of the over, 53 without loss, the West Indies replying to 357 made by South Africa after 26 overs. It's 2 runs per over. It's actually 2 runs per over. And that would be what? 1/26. What is that? 0.003 or 2 or something like that. So Louis is on 35, Brathwaite is on 13, and West Indies 53 without loss, replying to 357 made by South Africa. You're not getting the batsman out. You're an observer of cricket. You have common sense. I thank you, Charlie X. Good morning. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. How you doing? Sit out. I know you're here. You're here throughout the England series. I haven't seen you for the first 2 days, but I'm glad that you are back. Maharaj bowled to Louis forward. So there's a slip, a silly mid off, a short extra cover very close to the pitch. And I'm very nervous about this, very nervous. Maharaj comes in now, bowl to Louis, bowl to Louis and Louis forward. That low and giving me some concern. But he's pushing right out here. He has to look for this one that Maharaj is going to bowl a little shorter and try to get a little more bounce. So he's probably going to slow it up a little, just toss it up some more and see if it will bounce some more. Bowls to Louis and Louis drives. Back to the bowler, there is no run. So Maharaj is going to look to toss up one a little more, but he's going to try to bowl it a little slower too and hope that it will just bounce a little more. So watch now, Maharaj comes in, bowl to Louis forward, nice, confident. Place it down the onside of the pitch and there is no run. 2 deliveries to go before lunch. Let's watch now, Maharaj. Yeah, Brathwaite just ensuring. Brathwaite is ensuring. And, Brathwaite and Bavuma, this is tactics at its best. So Bavuma is calling in another fielder. Brathwaite is ensuring that he's not going to bat any more delivery before lunch. So he calls down Louis, have a chat with him and make sure that this is the last over and saying, man, you bat out this over. So there's 2 fielders, short extra cover. Maharaj to Louis and Louis drives. The fielder short mid-wicket, parries it to the bowler and there is no run. So there's a slip, a silly mid off, a short extra cover right beside the pitch and a short mid-wicket right beside the pitch. You could call them mid-off or mid-on, but they are very short right beside the pitch. Ball to Louis and Louis ball right through the gate. The very last delivery before lunch. Oh my God. The very last delivery before lunch. Right through the gate. Right through the gate. He's bold and my camera gone because I knocked the decks. Right through the gate. The very last delivery before lunch. What happened here? Oh my God, can you believe? Right through the gate. Right through the gate. He was out bold. I can't speak. I cannot speak. What happened to my camera? Right gone? I cannot speak. Can you believe it? The very last delivery before lunch. I was so nervous. I was so nervous. I just cannot speak. I cannot speak. And what I said, Brathwaite with all his experience must take the over before lunch. Let me run through some of your comments because I can't speak. So sit out and say you're getting oh lol, just wait. All they have to do is wait till they get their average 20s and 30s. They are batting really slow, Mr. Casanova said. Yes, they were batting slow. Might as well they both get 100 and push for a draw because only 2 more days left with the Proteas batting again. And SOS Music, welcome. Good to have you here. Good day, team. 13 runs, 70 deliveries in this era of cricket. Okay, sorry to say, if we continue with Brathwaite as captain, we wouldn't win much test matches. Thank you very much. After loving cricket for so many years, over 50 years, I prefer one-day matches. It's decisive and more fun. Thank you, Steve Rasu. SOS is saying, to pull out more people in the Caribbean for test cricket, we have to play more attacking cricket with Brathwaite as captain, not seeing that happening. And you know, Rabada made a point that teams like the West Indies, South Africa, Bangladesh, and so on need to play more attractive cricket. He did make a point. Yeah, Maharaj won. Well said, Mikyle. Charlie X said pressure burst pipe. Yes, he's out. No, Louis. Yes, Mr. Casanova. The pressure was on. Fidel da Silva is saying that him luck run out. But Fidel da Silva, I don't really think that he was batting lucky. You know, he was batting very good. But it's just that over before lunch. And you heard I said that I want Brathwaite to face that over before lunch. And that last delivery that Brathwaite faced in the over, with all his experience, you know, and in the end, it's a selfish game, you know. And you can't blame Brathwaite for blocking that last delivery from Markram. Because if I was in Brathwaite's position, I would have done that too. But as a fan, you want to see him stroke that delivery down to long off, and he takes that final over before lunch with all his experience. You'd want him to do that as a fan, but you can't blame him for being selfish and just blocking that last delivery and said, Mikyle, you deal with that. I face no more before lunch, you know. Me I come back out here after lunch. You know, you can't blame him for doing that because I would do it, and I'm sure you would do it too. But as a fan, as I said, you really would want him to back that last over. But as an individual, he wants to come back out after lunch too, and he doesn't want to back that last over. Zikot, I was so nervous. You're saying that I call it, and that's your no. It's because I don't like this at all. You know, I don't like this because I'm not getting anyone out. I'm in favor of West Indies cricket. Dwight Chatu said, that is amazing. You can't make this stuff up. I was just going to pretend that it was a magic, unplayable delivery. Thank you, Dwight. Thank you, Dwight. You know, premeditated delivery. He looked to play the shot even before the ball even bowled. It was a slower delivery. As I said, I expected it to be slower, and he did. Yes, he was well set. He wasn't lucky. You know, it wasn't the ball before lunch. Louis would not have gotten out there. If it wasn't the ball before lunch, he would not have gotten out there. That's a good point, Charlie X. That's a good point. This was mean games as it best. Okay, what drama? Envoy, you have awakened from your slumber. Let's go. Let's Louis had a brain fade and threw his wicket away. That is what Envoy from South Africa is saying. He's saying that Louis had a brain fade and threw his wicket away. Is that an experience thing with Louis losing his wicket in this fashion? It's conquering them, is saying. Is that I I really think it's lack of experience. I, I can't speak. I can't speak. No, Fidel da Silva. I don't think it will lead to that. I certainly don't think it will lead to that. I want to thank you all for being here. Have a good day. I will be back sometime after tea, but I'm gonna sit out the post lunch session. Take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones. Bye for now.